Hey, wrestling fans, East Coast Professional Wrestling, Adrenaline TV, Gino Caruso alongside Cheyenne Ortiz, and we got some great action. We're going to kick off with the returning Andrew Anderson against Love Jones, and tell us about that great main event.
I'm excited for the main event because the mayor of Scumbag City has returned. John Tella is going to be defending that ECPW heavyweight title against none other than above-average Joe Scott. It's not going to be an above-average, it's going to be a 5-star match.
Let's go right to the action.
Gentlemen, does this situation seem like a joke here on Adrenaline? You two have tag team competition against the Flows, but instead you want to just completely feel accomplished about what happened between the two of you last month and the Flows as individuals.
Well, let me first start saying, Frankie Flo, I saw you crying out there. All I did was put a little resistance band around it.
Stop.
You saw what I did to him. He laughed about it. You're out there crying. So tonight, me and Paulie gonna show you what it's about.
That's right, Junior. Last week on Adrenaline, you thought I was tapping out. I wasn't tapping out. My contact.
I saw you tapping
out. No. Those are prescription contacts. Those are straight from Armani. They popped out. I wasn't paying for a new one, so I'm looking for it. So you didn't beat me. You just got lucky because the ref had one job and he sucked at it. Tell him.
Sucked.
Now we're blaming the officials.
Oh, it's all about the officials.
Well, tonight...
It's all about the officials. Did you see it tap? No, he was reaching. He was reaching around.
I think you two are reaching for excuses, but tonight in your tag team match, you're going to be reaching for victory. It's these two gentlemen, Connor Riley, Playboy Paulie, against the Flows.
And there he is! I can almost smell the incense.
That boy good!
Good and evil.
Hotter than hand-rolled funny cigarettes. Love Jones. Creamier than the end of your oatmeal. Love Jones. More side effects than those pills they advertise at 10 a.m. Love Jones. You know the ones.
Boy, your eyes light up as soon as Love Jones comes on the scene.
Well, that boy good.
He's good.
Look at him. Look at him. He's like a slutty serpent. Now he's getting hit with the love. The only heritage that Love Jones cares about is that with contraceptives. Love Jones.
There's some bad blood between these two.
Absolutely.
You know, they had a match several months ago, and Love Jones got injured quickly in that match.
Yes.
And was not able to compete properly.
But here's your flashback Friday. Last summer, Love Jones almost defeated Andrew Anderson during his undefeated streak.
Wow.
So that means that Love Jones can do it.
Well, there's no doubt about it. He wouldn't be in the ring if he couldn't.
Love Jones told me that tonight, if he cannot defeat Andrew Anderson, he's going to use Plan B.
Okay. Did he tell you what Plan B was or no?
He told me that the price on it's gone up.
Okay.
And Andrew Anderson gains control here on Adrenaline.
Vicious clothesline by the big man. Obvious strength and power advantage to Anderson.
Which is something that, you know, people discredit Andrew Anderson for. They think that because he's the veteran of all the veterans here in the locker room, that he's slowed down in power.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Andrew Anderson is one of the strongest humans walking upright.
A lot of people don't know this, but when Abraham Lincoln wrestled that bear, the hot tag, Andrew Anderson. A lot of people don't know that.
Now they do. And Lev doesn't know what's behind them.
And it's the bear. No, it's Anderson. Right to the
He would have been better off if the bear was there.
Right in front of Lumpy.
Uh-oh. He almost got Lumpy to put his hot dogs down.
Oof.
And Anderson knows he doesn't want to get counted out.
But he also knows that he's going to give quite the experience for the ECPW fans. There's the double bicep right there.
There it was. But maybe giving Love Jones a little bit too much time. And Love Jones is a crafty. He's going to take every advantage, every chance he's got. He knows
With
that...
consent. With consent.
Written. He knows to beat Andrew Anderson, you got to pull out all the stops. You can't worry about the rules. You can't worry about, what's fair because you're in there with Andrew Anderson.
I don't think people realize how big of a victory that is.
Huge.
And Love Jones hits a stiff, and I mean stinging elbow in succession. Perhaps, look at that. And
A little bit too much gyration.
foreplay is 80% of the game. I can hear the depends.
We got it right now, though. We see that Love Jones has got Andrew Anderson down.
I don't know what it is. It could be time for that elbow drop. It is such a catalog maneuver.
If he hits this, that's going to be it.
Yeah,
really.
For sure. The purple haze might fade out.
Wow!
There it is.
We got a win here.
Number 1, 2.
Wow, that's surprising that Andrew Anderson was able to get that shoulder up. Because we've seen Love Jones win a lot of matches with that elbow.
That is a commercial maneuver in the arsenal of Love Jones.
Now he's coming back up, maybe going for a second time.
Second round.
Maybe there'll be 2 to put away the big man. Wow!
He got him again, Gino. That's it.
That's got to be it.
1, 2. Wow.
How does he kick out of 2 of those elbows?
What's it going to take? Anderson trying to mount some form.
We've seen Love Jones win matches with just 1 elbow drop.
That's right. And Jones taking high risk again.
Wow, wasting too much time.
Anderson is back in the vertical base, however. Right to the midsection.
Shot to the labans.
To the what?
Labans. That's Italian for stomach.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Big close lines by Andrew Anderson.
It's a cough drop. I was confused. Oh, look at that.
Oh, he just tossed him down by the hair. That was nothing pretty there. There was nothing technical. That's like, Ray Kitty, nothing.
You learned that from Cosro.
It's just yank his hair and pull him down.
And rebound.
Oh, form.
To Love Jones.
He's not going to go quietly. Let's put it that way.
Or softly.
Oh, that's it.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
She passed the winner of this contest, the Purple Haze, Andrew Anderson.
Stephanie Smith. There it is. And of course, we just saw that interview that I had to unfortunately conduct where they're completely mocking the injury, the attack, mocking the fact that they choked a human being out
Well,
with
you
a
know what?
resistance band.
There was so much damage done to Frankie's esophagus. He couldn't speak for several days.
Right.
Had a hard time eating, and he was actually preparing for an MPC bodybuilding competition. He still placed very high in it, but it may have cost him first place. So, Frankie's, there's a lot to be settled here.
And this crowd completely behind the flows. One of the most legendary families. And very quick.
How about ringing the bell? It's a good idea.
And someone decided to ring the bell. And this match is officially underway.
initially. You don't want to jump the flows from behind and get them even more perturbed, but they did.
No, you end up on the Cincinnati.
And here they are. Great, listen. Connor, Paulie, great competitors, great athletes. Look at them, they're in great shape. But I think really the flows are so upset with them. This is not going to be a wrestling match.
Well, let's talk about it. It's no secret. We see competitors try to take each other out all the time.
Sure.
But there's a plateau. They crossed the threshold a few weeks ago on Adrenaline. Who knows what could have happened to Flo? It could have ended this man's career.
Yeah, well, it had nothing to do with wrestling. That was blatantly trying to hurt somebody.
That's right. As the Latin Beast and Playboy Paulie going to start things off here, if they close down, that's a little impressive by Playboy Paulie. A couple potatoes there. And now, we're going to see the Latin Beast show that he jiggles, he doesn't fold. And now, we're going to get a full size up here. And there's a lockup. And very quick, Frankie Flo goes to that wrist lock. Get a wrench in there. Right to work on that left arm.
So, we don't want to take away from this matchup, but you talked about the heavyweight title that's going to be on the line coming up with Joe Scott. Chance of a lifetime against John Tella. And John Tella, as much as you may or may not like him, and I don't like him, you got to give him credit. He's been defending that belt everywhere against everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're talking about Tommy Dreamer. We're talking about Alpha Jr. We're talking about some of the top names in the wrestling industry. He's still your champion.
That's right.
What can Joe Scott do tonight to defeat him?
Be above average. That's exactly what he can do.
Well,
I think Joe Scott has got as much of a chance as anybody. If you've been watching Scott's matches,
he's on a great roll.
He's on a plateau.
He's on a great roll. He's got a winning streak, and I wish him all the luck in the world. And right now, here's the two guys that don't like each other.
Not at all. Not at all. And I don't blame him. Connor is not the same man that I used to train with.
I know he broke your heart.
Yeah. Ever since
and you're not over it.
Ever since he stabbed Joe Scott in the back,
and we're talking about Joe Scott getting a heavyweight title match, so
here we are.
That's got to not sit well with Connor.
Not at all.
If he was a little jealous before, if his heart was, upset before that he thought he was being overlooked, now he gets to see his former friend.
And I think he knows that Joe Scott and I not only hit the Gazelle, but we hit the Chuck Norris Bowflex, prepping for that match.
Chuck Norris Bowflex.
Yeah. That's a special edition one.
It's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that elevation on that drop kick. Textbook.
Playboy.
Textbook.
Oh, leg hook. One of the things I love about Flo Jr. is that he's got a great cover. He is aware of the fact that he's an ectomorph compared to other competitors. He hooks the leg. He gets as much body weight as he can.
Yeah. He uses everything that he has to his advantage.
That's right.
It's one of the more intelligent wrestlers in that ring. Knows where he is at all times. Knows where his opponent is. Very, very heads up.
Oh, look at that!
That was a good move there.
Yeah.
As far as we know, it's the first time that Paulie and Connor are teaming up, and obviously we know the Flows, former tag team champions, father and son. They know each other extremely well.
From an attitude standpoint, they mesh completely.
Of course.
In that moment,
a lot different being in the ring, a lot different.
Yeah. Now, Gino, on behalf of the championship community, do you have any update at all on the following two issues? Number one, Tamir Gibbs.
Well, last week we saw what happened to him. I was watching, and he won that match by DQ, but he's still pretty shaken. He's not physically cleared to wrestle for the next couple weeks. So, Pete Nixon's been running rampant over everybody since he's come back. He doesn't care about winning. He beats all his opponents, and then he gets disqualified because of his behavior. He's choking them out with a chain.
Yeah, but he's developing quite a rap sheet.
He is, and people are afraid to get in the ring with him.
Speaking of which, someone who's not afraid to get in the ring, obviously, is JP. Of course, we're talking about JP Grayson.
Right.
What do you have on that?
Well,
is he in contention?
From what we're told, he has been wrestling some house shows. He hasn't been on television. That was his first televised ECPW event in quite some time. And, he's not in contention for the title, but Trey Felipe went to the championship committee and demanded a match based on what happened last week. So you could say that maybe JP kind of got his way in there the back door, maybe by knowing that he'll get Trey Felipe so upset, emotional that he'll make that move.
So somewhere down the road, we are going to have JP and Trey Felipe.
Trey Felipe wants it. He's so upset that he would just come in there, not only turn his back on him, but just take that spotlight away from him, and took his TV title and left.
Absolutely. Well, just like Barry Manilow, somewhere down the road, we'll get that matchup. You ever work out to Barry Manilow?
No.
Really?
No, I never did.
Why's that? There's nothing that gets the juices flowing.
Maybe yours. Maybe your juices.
Having the greatest hit CD on.
Not my juices.
And getting out there. You ever do your 100 push-ups to Mandy by Barry Manilow? It's a burn like no other.
I'm sure. And talking about burning right now, Paulie and Connor, they're burning up Junior Flow here.
They really are.
Yeah, I mean, smart wrestling, take, Junior smaller than his dad, obviously, and try to work over the smaller competitor.
They've done a great job of wearing down Junior Flow, but they have not focused on that main attraction that he has, and that's his intestinal fortitude.
Right.
They have not broken his spirit.
No, nobody can do that. We've seen Junior Flow fight wars and not quit, not give up, and he won't.
Stein, of course, the focus of attack. We saw the double suplex. We saw the offense off the top rope. Now the bear hug. Whoa!
Really, this is a really good, solid matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, good matchup. Oh! Now Junior's got to tag his dad. Frankie's got to come in there.
The bread has been sliced. Will we now see a serving going to his dad? As Frankie Flo itching for the tag, you can hear this crowd right here on Adrenaline firmly behind the flows.
And he makes that tag. Frankie gets in there. He can't wait to get his hands on Connor or Paulie at this point.
Junior respawns, but can he get the tag? Yes.
Oh, there it is.
And Connor down.
There he comes. The Puerto Rican powerhouse.
The Lion Beast.
Wow. Just tossing these guys around like nothing.
And
whoa.
And Connor's going to get one.
Oh! To the outside. Connor in the corner.
I don't think
that's it. Frankie has had enough.
Yeah, but I don't think Frankie's realized that Junior's been eradicated from this matchup.
No, he doesn't. He's focused right now on Conor Riley. That's it.
And watch this.
Oh!
It's that top turnbuckle hard. Hey,
wait, that's brass knuckles.
Wait.
No! He hit him with brass knuckles.
Oh, come on, not like this.
Oh, come on!
Listen, fans, throughout this contest, Playboy Paulie and Connor Crushed Riley.
I'm a bit devastated because I was of the belief that Paulie and Connor would have defeated.
Oh! Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
I have just been advised by the referee that the decision has been reversed. Playboy Paulie and Connor Riley have been disqualified. The winner's loss.
Oh, over the top. There we go, baby.
Watch out! Oh, like a madman.
Oh, Frankie's got the knuckles.
Wait a minute.
Frankie's got the knuckles.
Oh, not good for Connor. Hands up.
Frankie's going to give him a shot right now with those brass knuckles.
Oh, come on. As the Crush looking for higher ground. ECPW fans, welcome back to Adrenaline. This is the voice, Cheyenne Ortiz, and joining me at this time not only the mayor of Scumbag City, but your ECPW heavyweight champion, John Tella, who you continue to steamroll through all the competition.
Everyone is getting their ass handed for me left and right. Name one person who gave me a challenge.
Mr. Tella,
Name
that
one.
language is not befitting of a champion.
I'm the champion. It's my show now. I'll say what I want. Name one.
Well, I'll name your opponent here tonight on Adrenaline, above average Joe Scott, who is not no slouch. And in the ring, he certainly is above average.
Yeah, so as far as Joe goes, he's a good guy. Joe's a nice guy. All right, I'll give him that. I've been around for a decent amount of time. Joe's been around longer. I've been around Joe long enough to see the evolution of Joe Scott. Before he was above average, he was a little weirdo playing the flute. Before that, he was doing something
What's
with a
wrong with
skirt.
playing the flute?
It's a little weird. That's not weird. It's like walking the streets with a bagpipe.
It's a musical instrument.
It's ridiculous. There's no need for it. If you're gonna pick an instrument, you're gonna pick a little whatever it is. Not the flute. A harp. He's playing with the strings. Yeah, your face exactly. That's what he used to do. Play with a harp. All right. It's a little weird. So maybe might be some sense to him. Maybe he picks a new hobby. Maybe he picks a new career. But either way, Joe Scott, I'm gonna give you a beating of a lifetime tonight.
The mayor of Scumbag City makes a proclamation above the whole town that he will retain his ECPW heavyweight title.
There we go! Big match, big match! Somebody wake up Barney Fife at the bell over there.
You want to put some oat milk in that coffee? Beautiful.
So Joe Scott's going to come out here and try to out-wrestle the champion.
Okay, but despite the size difference, that technician, John Tella's not.
No, I would say right. So
if you're going to play the long game,
and that's the way for this to go, because obviously the longer you're in that ring, the better chance Joe Scott's got.
and while John Tella stumbled, he was able to counter.
Oh, John can wrestle.
Oh yeah, he can get down, but
John can wrestle. But he's a brawler. He's a fighter. He's a puncher. He's a striker. That's his game.
he's a power statue. You've seen him utilize his size.
Well, you know what? When you're 6'8" and 280,
Right.
you use that size.
And a scumbag.
Yep.
Tella put the brakes. That is the caution of a champion.
Yeah.
No matter what.
he just
Come on! His brother bought him that hat.
where's he get his shirts made?
Oh, his brother makes his shirts.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. That's a Candyman's hat. That's like
He messed up his hairstyle.
yeah. That's like spitting in the wind, tugging on Superman's cape, man. And that ain't Clark Kent. That's the Candyman.
That's the candy. Yeah. Oh, to the outside.
Tella, good for him. I'll teach you this with a man's furry hat.
And Joe Scott's got to, again, I think he's got to go back to what he did before in the beginning, try to out-wrestle him.
Oh, wow. Tella put the brakes. Oh. To both legs, Gino.
Look at to me that right there, the Joe Scott's maybe feeling a little desperate and throwing a little caution to the wind, and in his mind thinks the only way I can win this match, I got to take some chances, which is probably true.
And that left leg.
Not good.
That left leg takes the attack on the ring post there. Tella going to repeat.
And again.
Now look at this. Tella's already got the size advantage. Now he's going down to the leg.
And he's taking away the one thing that Joe Scott did have, which was the speed and agility. So take that away. Say what you want about John Tella. He's a smart wrestler. He's been champion for quite some time now.
I'll never discredit the ability of John Tella. What he's doing right now in this championship reign, I feel could use more credit. Having said that, it's being overshadowed by the fact that he is.
He's just hated. The problem is, right, his talent is there. There's no doubt about his talent. He's champion for a reason.
One, two.
The problem is it's hard for anybody to look past his personality.
And look at this.
Oh, sunset flip! Knock.
He rolls through.
Yeah.
Look at that. Held on to the left leg.
We'll see. John Tella again for that size, very quick and agile. He's not just a big lumbering lummox. He can move.
Yeah.
Speaking of lumbering lumboxes, Anderson was here last week.
That's
Andrew
right.
Anderson did a great job.
That's right. And I love the fact that, despite it being the tri-state area, he is representing the state of Florida like no other.
No other.
In a way that Barry Windham, Ron Bass, those legends did not.
They never came up north.
No, never. But Andrew Anderson picked up the win.
So-
The great state of Florida last week.
Great,
Club Jones.
great singles competition here for the heavyweight title. But next week, tag team titles on the line. Silk City.
Bringing the headline, that's right. Silk City Kings looking to defend against Raleigh and Alex Riley.
That's a return match,
Of
yep.
what transpired just a few weeks ago in Adrenaline.
Yeah, those guys have been having some great matches. But right now, can Joe Scott do the impossible? What's the odds on Joe Scott?
I don't want to say
What's DraftKings looking at?
I gotta pull the app up.
Pull it up.
I gotta pull it up. First DraftKings, the unofficial sponsor of ECPW Adrenaline.
Yes, yeah. Along with oat milk.
Along with oat milk.
Oh, nice drop kick.
We usually see Tella go for that uppercut, but instead,
Well scouted by Joe Scott.
but he used the damaged leg. So how much of that is going to pay off?
And again, this time it worked.
Oh, but you see him hobbling to get out. You can see
Oh, that leg's bothering him. There's no doubt about it. This is the point, though. You got to tough it up.
he's stammering in a step for sure.
You got to get the heavyweight champion in the ring because, you count out, you can't win those belts.
But you can certainly wear somebody down.
You can wear him out. But then if he's knocked out and he can't get in the ring, you don't win the title.
I don't know. I think depending on the execution, I do think that Joe Scott could lift Tella for some type of offense. I do. It's a fireman's carry scenario.
But he's got that bad leg.
Down he goes. Look at the bruising on the challenger.
Oh, yeah.
He's turning purple. And the Candyman willing on his friend. 1, 2, look at.
Oh, my Lord. That was super close. Now, Joe Scott as a champion would be something that the people could look up to and be happy and proud for.
He's the everyday man.
He's your everyday guy.
Watch it on. Tell it quick.
Yeah,
He has to stay on his feet.
I think that would be difficult to get him up. He's such a big guy.
Joe Scott gonna hold on. Can he?
Wow.
Can he? Oh! Cover him! The champion!
Yeah, doesn't have enough weight on him. He just had
transition. Look at Tella.
going for that bad leg, right?
Yeah, again.
Half crab.
And now you can see.
He's got to get to that rope.
You can see the worry.
Ah!
You can see the worry on the face of the Candyman.
Oh, look at that. How can you tell what kind of look that's the look of worry?
Wrestling fans, to win this match by submission, and still your ECPW heavyweight champion, John Tella.
Wow, that was a great action-packed Adrenaline episode, and we saw some great action. What do you think about the heavyweight champion?
It was quite the main event. I was really pulling for Joe Scott, but in the end, John Tella retains, and he proved that it's not going to be just anybody to defeat him for the title.
Wrestling fans, Gino Caruso, Cheyenne Ortiz saying so long from the Garden State.